Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to KocoSports. It's where the world's gas, your home for common sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. I am the huge one, aka Idiot Dave Koco from DAVKOCO.com. This is our Impact 20 Wrestling Slammiversary 2022 review. As always, I ask you the most important question that's ever been asked of another human being to another via YouTube. Do you rate this show a win, loss, or tie? What did you think of the show? We did do a watch party of it on twitch.tv/KocoSports. We do watch parties of Impact, New Japan, AEW, DDT, Tokyo Yoshi Pro. What else do we do? Did I say New Japan? I don't know. We do 5 or 6 companies. Of course, Brawl USA. And we're also Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and the TikTok, KocoSports. Overall, I give this one a huge win. A huge win. Almost perfect. Impact Wrestling, outside of like 3 or 4 or 5 annoying things, is really been booked pretty solidly. It's been booked pretty well. I mean, the negatives that I have are small. I'll definitely point them out because I'm a douchebag, but a lot of TNA fans, especially during the Dixie Carter era, blindly said it was amazing, and it wasn't. And now you have a good product, and because you said it was so amazing before and it wasn't, people just don't fucking believe you, including myself. I was like, yeah, okay, Impact's good. Fucking okay. Look at this fucking guy, right? That's why you should be honest with your reviews. Anyway, have a vision, not a brand. That's what I gotta say. Overall, I've found it to be a huge win. I only pay $14.99 for the pay-per-views, where you pay $30 to $40. Woohoo! One for the international audience. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz. Thank you. All right. The pre-show. It was hard as fuck to find. It wasn't working on YouTube. Then you had to go like to Impact Plus, and then you had to go on Fight, but it wasn't the actual pre-show of it. So on Fight, you had to click on the pre-show, then click on the pay-per-view. First off, if it's a pre-show and it's free, you should give it away for free on YouTube. There shouldn't be you fucking Impact Plus or you have to go to Fight. Second off, if you're going to do it, make it where the pre-show is actually part of the pay-per-view, and then you cut people off. The pay-per-views have been doing that since the 80s. So, yeah. Outside of not figuring out how the fuck the internet works, the pre-show, one thing was pretty good, and that was the Digital Media Championship. Rich Swann defeated Brian Myers via 450 splash. It was a fast-paced, short match, and I thought it was a good way to start off the pre-show. Now, granted, a lot of us probably missed it. I had to watch it a second time because you don't know how to fucking run a pre-show. Next is the Reverse Battle Royal. All right, now listen. I was a little negative on this. You know, people are like, it's just a gimmick match. It's just this. Ron Nemi of IPW Hardcore Wrestling fame made this as a joke because it was a hurricane in Florida. And when the hurricanes come in Florida, wrestling shows still go on because they have to pay rent. So he made a Reverse Battle Royal. We were all drunk. We thought it was fucking funny, you know. And Ron Nemi, great creation of fucking making us laugh. This should not be in a pre-show for Slammiversary. It is so fucking dumb. So dumb. But Shark Boy won. He eliminates Johnny Swinger. We got to see some legendary Impact guys. And yeah, it was pretty awesome. You just have to get used to it. It was comedy. You have to get used to it that it's stupid. Now the pay-per-view begins. The X Division Championship, best championship in the company. Ultimate X, best match in the company. And then you got Bailey, hell yeah, Mike Bailey, Ace Austin, Kenny King, Everett, I'm going to be completely honest. He was a last-second replacement that I didn't know much about, but the chat told me he was amazing. I am new, getting back into Impact. Zayne and Trey Miguel. All these athletes were amazing. Everett, sorry if I mispronounced your name, but that's probably maybe the first time I ever saw you wrestle, and I was impressed. I was rooting my heart out for Ace Austin. I wouldn't mind Kenny King being champ, but Mike Bailey winning makes sense. But I just feel like the titles switch hands too much, and I was hoping for a Takahashi match for the X Division title. But who knows? Maybe they'll change it. But Mike Bailey is amazing, and I hope to see him come back to Japan. But yeah, so overall, great way to open up the match. Great way to open up the pay-per-view. Great match. Enjoyed it. Next, you got the new Knockout World Tag Team Championship match. Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie defeat the Influence. I thought this match was pretty decent. I wish I did stop watching Impact, so a lot of people were telling me that Rosemary and Taya have history. As a fan that took a break, I didn't know about that history, so I feel like people that didn't take a break on Impact Wrestling enjoyed the match more than I did. It was okay. Monsters Ball is ultimate cheese. I think it's the dumbest fucking thing ever, gimmick-wise. With that said, I enjoy it. Like, I just go in going, it's going to be hardcore cheese. That, and also, I don't know, it's because I'm a former Marine, sniper and all that. It's not that hard to be in a dark room for 24 hours. Moose looked like an alcoholic that hasn't drank. Sami Callihan looks like he was a prisoner of war for like fucking 19 years. I don't know. Okay, anyway, you just got to look past the cheese. It started off being average, but it really picked up. Moose was amazing. Sami Callihan was amazing. Sami Callihan does defeat Moose via Cactus Driver 97 on a thumbtacks. There was a spot where Sami Callihan basically power bombed him off the top rope onto the garbage can, but the garbage can was upright. That looked amazing and painful. I enjoyed it. You have to be pre-warned, Monster Balls. There's going to be some cheese, but once you accept the cheese, the pizza's delicious. What the fuck am I talking about? Anyway, next, you got the Impact World Tag Team Champions. The Good Brothers defeat the Briscoes via Magic Killer on Jay. New champions. I'm super pumped up for this feud. I'm super pumped up. I respect these tag teams. The Good Brothers, keep them away from the mic. I was just shocked the Briscoes won. They're always swapping titles so much. I'm surprised the Good Brothers won. I messed up. The Good Brothers are the champions. I'm surprised the Briscoes lost. Happy for the Good Brothers. Just, shorten those promos up a bit. And then you had the Impact Originals, where we had Dixie Carter come back. She's so bad at what she does. And you had the Originals against Honor No More. Me and James, we tried to say this joke 50 times on the Twitch watch party, twitch.tv/KocoSports. We tried to do it as many times. Honor No More. More like, I don't want to see you no more. This match wasn't good. The Impact Originals were Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, Frankie Kazarian, Nick Aldez, and then there was a mystery guy. And someone in the chat said, what if it's Davey Richards? And I was like, well, that'd be a waste of a fucking mystery guy. Who gives a shit? Just advertise him. It was Davey Richards. I'm sorry. If you have a mystery guy and he isn't going to fucking shock the shit out of you, don't make it a mystery guy. Don't make it a mystery guy. If anyone that was paying attention said, oh, dude, who is the mystery guy? And I said Davey Richards, the response would be like, oh. Don't do it. Don't do it. Davey Richards, great wrestler, should not be the mystery guy. Jeff Jarrett, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe. Yeah, okay, good. Davey Richards, do you even consider him an Impact Original? Sure, why not? Let's just roll with it. They defeat Honor No More. Dear Scott D'Amore, or whoever I have to pray to, could this be Honor No More's last event ever? I don't hate all the athletes. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's fucking beyond dumb. Ring of Honor's been bought. Honor's at AEW. The fucking storyline's stupid. What kind of fucking invasion? Just end it. End it. The Impact Originals win. We never hear about it again. And, somehow, some way we lose PCO's number. That's it. Eddie Edwards, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, Vincent, and PCO. I'd even sacrifice Vincent if it meant getting rid of PCO. But, Sabin wins by pitting PCO with a cradle shock. Overall, wasn't too bad, but it was more nostalgia. Next, you got the Knockout World Championship Queen of the Mountain match. I love this match. They just have to get rid of the qualifiers. Like, even when you read the rules, you're like, what? And then you got to wait for the commentary, like, who's qualified, who's not? If you keep the penalty box and keep everything the same and just get rid of the qualifiers, the Queen or King of the Mountain is going to be amazing. But then you're like sitting there and you're like, okay, who? What? Did they all qualify? Did they not qualify? It's dumb. I love the idea of the match. Just get rid of the qualifiers. You got Queen of the Mountain match. You got Jordynne Grace defeating Steels, Persero, Chelsea Green, Mia Yim, and it's a new champion. I'm super happy. I've just recently found out about Jordynne Grace within the year, and everything she's done, I've been a big fan of. I was rooting for her and Mia Yim. I thought Green was going to win, but yeah. No, Jordynne Grace, big fan. New fan, but big fan, so I'm glad she won the title. And next, you have the Impact World Championship match. Josh Alexander defeats Eric Young via C4 Spike. There was so much more to this. This is one of those matches. I think it's good no matter what, but I think if you're an old school Impact fan, it's really cool. They brought in finishers from legendary guys. They had references. It was a very heavy Easter egg match in the best way possible. I enjoyed the match. I do think, I think it would be a good match for non-Impact fans. But Impact fans, it was just like, oh, they're telling a story. They're doing a great job in the ring. They're giving Easter eggs left and right. So overall, it was great. We got to see some great guys. The biggest one everyone's talking about was AJ Styles. WWE gave him permission. It would have been cool to see him come back and actually do it. I do think 90% of him thanking was to WWE, because I like to thank WWE for this honor. It's like, okay, we get it. You're part of WWE. But then again, Liger did the same thing. I don't know if you guys heard Liger's new WWE Hall of Fame speech. He's like, New Japan, New Japan, New Japan, New Japan, New Japan. So there you go. But overall, I give it a huge win. Was it perfect? No. You get rid of Honor No More. Don't even get rid of the wrestlers not named PCO. Just get rid of the idea of Honor No More. And overall, as far as simple, and I don't mean that as an insult, simple pro wrestling, booked right, 90% of it was booked amazingly. And I think Impact is a sleeper. Do their fans hurt it more? Especially during the Dixie Carter era. But I think it's worth checking out. And it's not bad, It's not that bad at all. And I'm glad I got back into Impact. And they fixed one or two things, and they almost got a perfect product on their hands. So I enjoyed it tremendously. I give it a win. Do check it out if you can. All right. In the comments, put win, loss, or tie. In a little bit, we'll be doing a New Japan watch party. We do watch parties of New Japan, Impact, AEW, DDT, Noah, Tokyo Yoshi Pro, and probably Stardom in the future, Brawl USA. We're expanding little by little, just trying to cover as much wrestling as we can. It can be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming to cover everything, and I don't want to cover just WWE because that's everyone else's gig. And second, I don't have hope it will be good, where even though I come off a bit negative sometimes in these reviews, I'll only review something nowadays. It's my new rule. I'll only review something if I believe it has potential to be good. If I feel like no matter what I say, do, or what they do, I won't enjoy the product, I'll step away and take a long break. So that is the plan moving forward. I'd love to hear your feedback and win, loss, or tie on this. We are KocoSports on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and the TikTok. So make sure to check it out. With that, I always say that. Like, comment, subscribe, and with that, I am over. Hey,